with news of what's kept you all chattering on the internet today. Rebecca Barring's here with Media Watch. How are you?
Very well, Mark. You?
I'm very well, thank you very much indeed. Starting, as I understand, with a story on Australia, a man taking his own daughter hostage, a desperate situation.
A very bizarre story, Mark. Let's go straight to the computer and have a look at how the Australian media were reporting this today. It was a siege of about 11 hours and a 52-year-old man holding his daughter of 12 years hostage in the Parramatta suburb of Sydney, which is in the west of the Australian, well, not the Australian capital, the big Australian city. And it's a really odd situation that people are having difficulty sort of reporting on, because there's a lot of false information at the beginning. He was saying that there was a bomb in his backpack, and this was in a building as sort of legal chambers. In the end, the police, they negotiated with him. They had to use a battering ram and a chainsaw to break in and to free this girl. Now, here he is. He's in police custody now. But apparently he raised demands. We have very little information on what those demands might have been. The girl is apparently holding up quite well after her ordeal. But there are some very strange pictures also that have been coming out of this that we'll take a look at in a moment. So, why did he do this? Why did he go into these chambers? What caused him to lose it, as it were? And why take his own daughter hostage? Well, there's a bit of information that comes from the Sydney Morning Herald, who's spoken to one of the clerks in the office, saying that he came in demanding to speak to somebody. Apparently, he was supposed to appear in court today. He couldn't find the person that he wanted, and he just snapped. So clearly, a man under pressure. Now, a good way to follow a story of this nature, of course, is to go to Twitter, although there has been some misinformation. So let's have a look at how Twitter reported the event. So this morning, Australian time, Tom Steinfort, who is a reporter for Channel 9, tweeted, "Breaking news reports an 11-year-old girl has a collar bomb strapped to her neck," which of course wasn't true, but the father was saying that there was a bomb in his backpack.
Tom Steinfort, a source you can trust, because I know him personally.
I'm sure, but he was just retweeting that information that he'd come across. He did also post this very good picture on Y-Frog, which shows the gentleman wearing, well, he's been wearing this wig. He's kind of bare from the waist up, as far as we can see, and he's spitting on the wig, which goes to show that he's obviously got some gripe with the judicial service over there in Australia. Then now we've got a tweet here from Kelly Fedor, who is a radio reporter. She was then at the scene building this up, saying the teenage girl had appeared at the window, so they knew that she was safe, but that she was trapped inside. We had some tweets from lawyers worried about what had happened, saying we hope for the speedy recovery of all involved, including the innocent child. So there's been quite a range of tweets, and there's also some funny commentary, it has to be said as well, Mark. One criminology student saying, tomorrow someone will hold up a service station with a gavel. So obviously making a joke there about the legal services.
Tell us about Gwyneth Paltrow and her heroism.
Yes, her unexpected, unintentional heroism, actually. Gwyneth Paltrow learns of 9/11 sliding doors moment, says the New York Post. She's a top-paid actress, a yummy mummy, and she's also a heroism, an accidental heroine. At 9/11, that morning, she was driving back from a very early yoga lesson, and she actually had a bit of a standoff in the street with a young woman who was trying to cross the road, who was jaywalking. And they played a game of chicken, who's going to go first. And consequently, the young woman was delayed. Here she is, a photo of her, Lara Lundstrom Clark, and she worked on the 77th floor of one of the towers in the Twin Tower building, and consequently she was late for work. She missed her train. She arrived just as the plane hit the World Trade Center, the very first one. She lost 4 of her colleagues, but she was saved, and she attributes that
so the jaywalking saved her life.
Yes, but also because Gwyneth Paltrow must have been quite zen after her lesson. She wasn't going to charge along the street. She was going to make this young girl wait, and so she called it her sliding doors moment, referring back to the film she made in 1998, you remember, Mark, where it's a question of destiny. Whichever train you get on takes you down a different path in life. So, yeah, that's Gwyneth Paltrow's sliding doors moment.
We have no time left, but we've got to see this crocodile.
You've got to see this crocodile. It is possibly the largest crocodile that has ever been caught anywhere. It was found in the Philippines, being reported as far afield as the Vancouver Sun, and it is 6.4 metres long, weighs 1,075 kilograms, and they're going to put it in an ecotourism park, Mark. They're going to probably try and find some friends for it. And this video you're watching here was uploaded to YouTube. Apparently about 100 people needed to drag it out of the river and get it into a truck.
6.4 metres long, so he would be bigger than this entire studio table we have in front of us.
Certainly much bigger than us, Mark.
OK, Rebecca, thank you very much indeed. That was Rebecca Barry with Media Watch. Stay with us, we have lots more to come here on France 24.